Hello, welcome to the Eagle 6 test video. We're going to be testing this TM MP5 just standard series, normal one. This actually came in quite a long time ago, and for some reason it's got put into our project section, which is when we have an issue with something, or we're doing long-term part sourcing or something, and it ends up basically being put to the side until either A, customers contact us, or B, the parts and or time happens to actually get it and fix it. According to the paperwork, I can't even remember this one. It was a feeding issue, so it sort of stopped it coming to fruition, as in when we'd done the work on it we couldn't get it actually feeding, and yet we've gone back to the we've got a little bit of time to start clearing some of the sort of project ones, and picked it out and thought, well, let's have a crack at this, and we did it straight away. So yeah, a little bit confusing, this one, to say the least, but I don't know. I mean, obviously, over the years we've got better as gun techs, you know what I mean? So maybe, things are just easier now. Yeah, it's all fixed. In terms of FPS, we haven't really changed anything, because obviously the issue was coming for please repair for feeding. And obviously it's now feeding, so we'll demonstrate it going. We tested at about 310 FPS on twos. That's with hop set, and I did some range testing on it as well, and it seems fine. I think the issue was just obviously the aftermarket hop rubber, I think, that was provided was just too hard and too thick and was causing problems. So maybe back in the day we were trying to persist on the customer's configs. We used to do that quite a lot, where obviously we get a load of parts provided by a customer, and then can you install these, and then we really keep on persisting, with obviously throwing labour at builds, trying to get these parts to work, and sometimes you just can't, and which is why obviously a lot of gun techs have preferred builds, where we like to sort of rely on specific parts which we know which work, which obviously we can then get faster turnaround times on, and like I say, once this fell into the project category, it basically got sidelined, and obviously in terms of labour hours and stuff, you obviously have to take the regular work, if you know what I mean, because you've obviously got to keep things ticking over in terms of workshops. But yeah, so it's up and running, and obviously we can get in contact with the customer now just to get this back. All feeding, all good now. Remember, not all of our work that we do is level 10 £1,000 packages and stuff. We do lots of servicing work for customers, just getting their guns fixed and going, repaired trigger switches and stuff, and sometimes that's just hopefully keeping it relatively simple. Obviously slightly failed on this one, but in terms of certainly in terms of time, but like I say, at the end of the day, if it's not repairable or difficult one, obviously it's hard to just easily knock it out, and we all get them with regards to things, and we're trying our best to get through some of those problem ones to basically till we've got none, and then obviously going forward, because obviously we know a bit more nowadays, we're being a bit more picky, if you know what I mean, and what we say yes to with regards to guns. Like, if you know that it's going to be 6 months to try and source a part from TM, well, sometimes it's best to just say, look, no, until we can actually get that. But that's the kind of problems that only gun techs know what I'm talking about with regards to parts, because obviously once it goes into that project bit, you just have to carry on with other guns, and like I say, sometimes that project one just gets sidelined, and if any gun tech says they don't know what they're talking about, or doesn't have that, yeah, they're lying. So we've all got those project ones that are just sat out back, if you know what I mean, waiting for parts, waiting for thing, and it sucks, and obviously customers hate it, because they obviously just want this instant turnaround time, but yeah, sometimes it doesn't happen. So in whatnot. But I'm just really glad that we can obviously get this one back to you, and then yeah, we get to move on to the next gun. So because there's always another gun. So, but cool, right? Enjoy the gun.